Yeah.
And, you know.
Well, it sounds like your organization is definitely growing. So how long have you been going at this? Like, what's the story? You explained what it's about, but what's the history with like the growth and how it's going so far?
Well, we've been talking about it for years, but back in 2016, I actually started creating we felt like the first thing that we needed to do, since we were going to do the hotline, we figured that was the easiest thing that we would be able to set up. And so we decided that we would do the hotline, but for the hotline, we at least needed to have resources. Since we wanted to do all 50 states, we needed to at least have the resources. So I started our resource reentry guide, and that has all 50 states and all the resources that anyone could possibly need, not just really coming out of prison, but just in general in life. It has everything that, like, all of the reentry organizations, all the nonprofit organizations, legal aid, hospitals, police stations, anything that you could possibly think of. I put in this guide, and I did it for every state. So that's kind of where it started. And then from that, once we had the reentry guide together, we started working on doing the reentry coaching and how we would do that. And we've been growing because we always have different ideas and different things that we're going to start working on, and different projects that we need to start working on, because it's a big undertaking, especially with us being all 50 states, trying to get the word out in all 50 states, making connections in all 50 states, networking with people in all 50 states. So that's why we're growing, but I feel like the growth is going at a slower rate, and it's starting to speed up now.
Right.
It started out slowly as we were starting to build everything and develop everything and getting all the resources in, but now we're starting to make our connections and starting to make more networking, and more things are going on. So now the growth seems like it's starting to go a little bit faster since the beginning of the year started. So that's really awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because once she got the resources together, I kind of jumped in. And I was like, okay, well, you did this, so we had to form our 501c3. So we got our 501c3 in April of 2017. So
Okay, so pretty recent still, like relatively speaking.
Yeah. So we're still pretty new. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what's been difficult about the process? Obviously, it's just starting to like really take off now. Would you say like just getting it to that point was the most difficult part?
I would say keeping people intrigued, and of course volunteers and board members. Yeah. Those have been, I think, volunteers. I don't even think that's been difficult, because we get volunteers. It's keeping them engaged and making sure we have things that they can do, that they feel a part of, that, of course, volunteering, everyone's not going to be here forever. So we understand that too. So I think that's been one of our things, just understanding that and not taking anything personal, and then also being able to give things that, giving, projects to people so they can come in and out as they want, or, we want people to be able to do things that they enjoy, something that they might not be able to get a, job doing. We'll give them the opportunity, because, we love ideas. We love what, other people can bring to the table. We're not the people that say, oh, no, we're not going to do that. We'll almost try anything. So
yeah, this is accurate.
Yeah, so really and then the board, just finding a sound board that, is able to just grow with our growth. I think that's been one of the biggest issues with us. And of course, always nonprofits money.
Right.
And getting donations and things of that nature.
Right. Yeah. I think for me, the hardest part has been being able to hand over tasks to volunteers, because I've been doing pretty much everything myself for so long that it's like giving it to somebody else is like really, really difficult for me. Like, I'm working on it. I'm trying to become better, but it's really, and really, honestly, it's not difficult because I feel like they're not gonna do it right. It's more difficult because I feel like they're not gonna do it at all. And so, because I'm pretty easygoing with things, really. So it's not, I know everyone does things in their own kind of different style. So if I give like a task, I guess I'm basically saying do it in the way that you see fit to do it. Because everyone does things in a different way. So it's not really that I'm concerned about someone not doing it right or correctly, or I guess up to my standards. It's more like, I'm just worried if you're going to do it at all.
Right.
Like, if you do it at all, like, I feel great about things.
Kind of scary. There's so much growth. You just don't know what to expect. All this change.
Right. Yes.
For sure. So yeah, what other big changes do you see in the future? Just growing, or what else?
I think a lot of growing, a lot of really positive things have been happening. So I think a lot of growth I see going on this year, and this be the year that we probably are able to really get ourselves out there, get our name out there, and start growing in the aspect of getting in more clients and things like that, and having more people know about us. I think that we've been growing, obviously, like kind of behind the scenes and our, building and developing and all of these things. So we've been building and growing behind the scenes, but I think now we're going to be able to build and grow not behind the scenes.
Right. The client base. Our clients, our partnerships,
right,
things of that nature. I think that's starting to grow a lot now.
Yeah.
And we kind of have that. I mean, our foundation is not all the way sound, but I think we have enough foundation now that we can, take on more clients and build those partnerships and have, the knowledge to talk about what we need to talk about and things of that nature, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. Definitely seems like you've got a lot going on, and it's all going really well. It seems like you've got a strong foundation, at least.
And I do want to give a shout out to my daughter, because with the radio station, we did have a radio station before, but we didn't have enough songs on it, so our playlist wasn't rotating enough, and we didn't get enough listeners. And so while she was here on Christmas break, she actually uploaded 1,000 songs to the radio station, so we can get that going, actually. So
right.
Yeah.
I don't even think I know 1,000 songs anymore.
Right. Right. So that kind of really helped jumpstart the radio station and, getting you guys volunteers and to be able to just go right at, doing the interview.
Yeah, we've had some really, this group of volunteers that have just started to come out have been really, really, really awesome. And so I love awesome people. I love all people really in general, but our volunteers this time have been really, really, really awesome. And that's a big part of why I think that we're going to have the growth that we're going to have, is because we just have some really awesome volunteers this time.
Right. Not that our other ones were awesome. But.
Yeah, that's what I said. Everyone is awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
Even volunteering at all, I feel like is awesome, because you have some people out there that are like, why would I volunteer to do anything? So anyone volunteering at all is just a really good thing. So that's always appreciated, no matter what, no matter how little you did, no matter I literally appreciate the fact that you even offered to volunteer for me.
Exactly.
Even if you didn't do anything. It was the fact that you thought about doing something. You know what I mean? That is what I really appreciate. So, but then this group of volunteers that we have now and that are coming in now have been really awesome and have been doing really awesome things. So I think that that's going to be a huge part of our growth. And that just shows how important volunteers are and to someone's growth, to a nonprofit's growth. So
Definitely.
Yeah. Big shout out to Tears everywhere.
Right? No, seriously, because you have some people that refuse, that will not do it, and it's
These
just
are people we know.
like
They will not-
seriously.
Listen, you're volunteering. You don't get paid for this. I'm like, no, we don't get paid. They're like, what? What are you doing it for then? I said, 'Cause I want to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that's why I'm like, anything that, even if you offer, it was just the fact that you thought to even offer to volunteer. So I even appreciate that, even though, like, even if you didn't do anything. Because either way, like I said, I'm going to always end up doing it myself anyways if someone else didn't do it. So, like, no big deal. But I appreciate that you even thought about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because volunteer matches where we started to get a lot of our volunteers, and that actually helped our, even our growth last year. That helped us
It
grow.
did. It
Yeah.
did.
It did, because they came, everybody that comes in and helps, of course, you're basically working at an organization, you're just not getting paid. Unfortunately. Yeah, you know what I mean? And it just helped a lot for us. I think just having
every little bit, like, I always really believe, like, everyone has something that they can do well. And so it's just every little thing that everyone has something that they can do to contribute, no matter how small, how big, what it is. Like, you have something that you can contribute if you want to contribute it. So,
Yeah.
and I think
We
our organization
appreciate your appreciation of us. Easier. Yeah. So it sounds like you still